Yeah, SCB Interconnection Solutions Private Limited was set up in 1998 with primary objective of offering total solution to PCB and PCB assembly industry. We represent over 20 overseas companies from different part of the world, bringing best of the technology to the country. In last 10 years, we have helped this industry with best of the technology and best of the products. Today, I am proud to say that most of the multinationals, they are our client.
So I wanted to know, like your company is into PCB assembly. You have three diversions in electronics, PCB assembly, and full manufacturing line for that. You also into solar. Could you explain a little bit about your solar venture?
We are working with a German and a Canadian company offering total solution for solar photovoltaic manufacturing systems, and our focus was while selecting the solar was we bring something which is totally new, and we have introduced an absolutely new technology which gives higher efficiency, higher field performance. So far everybody was using conventional standard panels, and our technology brought in panels which work better in the field, generate 15% more power.
So what is the technology?
Basically it is called Day 4 technology.
A4.
Day 4. Day 4 technology. In Day 4 technology, instead of using 2 bus bars on a solar cell, we use 34 conductors and conduct better, and in low lighting conditions, shadow conditions, they generate more power. I would say that it is extension of crystalline. We use the same crystalline cell, we use the thin film, but then our electrode are different. We use very different set of the electrodes. In conventional technology, we use 2 bus bars. Here we use 34 conductors. So 2 bus bars broken into 34 conductors, which means we can conduct current very, very easily. And the cross-sectional area of those conductors is almost either equal or less than 2 bus bars, which means we are not covering more space. And normally in the morning and the evening hours, when sun is not so strong, it is very difficult to push the electrons when the photon strikes the solar cell to the conductor. But in the our technology, since we have got 34 conductors and they are very close to each other, just 4 mm distance between this, so electron can be easily captured. So in morning, when standard technology which is offered by almost everybody in India today would not be so active, whereas we will start generating current right from the morning using those solar cells, using our technology. And especially in shadow conditions, like if there is a leaf has fallen, bird shit has fallen, or some shadows are there, most of the cases either the standard cell will not work or 30 to 40% of that will become defunct. But in our technology, this would not happen. Maybe we lose small section of that, but cell will still generate the power. So the advantage to the solar power generator is if they use the cells or the modules using Day 4 technology, they will generate 15% more power.
So you have your own unit here in India?
No, we provide the technology. We give the total turnkey solutions, the entire range of equipment, technology, raw material, consumable for manufacturing solar photovoltaic.
For Day 4 technology?
Yes, based on Day 4 technology.
And technology is developed by you or by the German company?
The technology is developed by Day 4 Energies Canada. They worked very hard for 10 years, and perhaps this is the newest and most revolutionary technology available in the world today.
So also I wanted to know, like your company is also into PCB assembly and manufacturing of it. So how has the market been so far?
I would say that the market in general is good, but not as good as it was expected. I'll take you through a historical path. There was a boom from 2005 to 2008, and then we saw that Lehman Brothers effect setting in from 1st of October, and industry went through very bad recession. We were also affected by that. Again, somewhere from middle of 2010, industry started recovering. Now again we are seeing similar kind of symptoms coming from Europe and USA. The recession cloud is looming around. So investors are sulking from investment right now. But I would say, given the population base, given the consumer profiles and their needs for consumer durables, this industry has to grow and will grow.
So many, like you said, your company is introduced AI tabletop. Then in solar, your company is coming out with a new technology, introduced new technology of Wave. So, what is your contribution apart from this to the industry, electronics industry particularly?
Okay, let's talk about electronic industry. Basically, before we started the business, generally we felt that in industry people are manufacturing the boards and then they are struggling with the yield. The concept was not there that we should introduce the AOIs at different level of manufacturing. We introduced the AOI which help in improving the yields, which reduce the rejects. I'll give one very good example. Solder paste inspection system was not very popular in India. Rather, we would say that we were the first to introduce SPI in India. And most of the people were using post-flow AOI, which was like a segregating machine, that good boards and the bad boards. You can't do anything with the bad boards, and good board you can sell. But at the end, if 10% reject is there, you can't do anything with that. When we introduce the SPI, because the root cause of the problem, it starts from solder paste printing. If you can detect the problem there, you don't lose anything. So when we introduced the concept of SPI to Indian industry, basically it improved the yield, which means their revenue gain was much higher, rejects were much less, on-time delivery was possible to maintain. So basically, I would say our contribution to Indian electronic industry in terms of introducing new technology is very significant because it changed the assembly industry thinking process and improved their profitability and productivity.
So also would like to know what is the latest technology trend in PCB assembly and EMS company, EMS zone?
I would say that as far as PCB assembly and EMS industry is concerned, the technologies are pretty much same. It's only people are focusing on improving technology and reducing the cost. So the new products which are coming to the market, their single focus is that reduce the cost and improve the throughput or productivity.
So how is India doing vis-a-vis global country, I mean globally, in technology? Because as far as India is exactly receiving it from as far as
I tell you,
generate something from
you are right. Basically, where the China is, India should have been there. If you see 15-20 years ago, India was much ahead, but somehow our policies were not very conducive for investment in electronics and EMS. India could be the second largest consumer of PCBs, but if you see production-wise, we are not even equal to Thailand. If you look at the population, such a huge population base, such a huge demand for consumer electronics, everything is imported from China. Why? Because policies were not conducive. So we did very strongly in IT, which again China is also pitching in, and hardware where we should have improved, and we should not have been so much dependent on China. We are today totally. Any exhibition you go, you talk about components, you talk about assembled boards, you talk about PCBs. Every single assembly shop is importing boards from China. Why? Why we can't manufacture in India? We have got over 35 large plants and about 300 small, medium plants, but because there are no incentives, so people are not investing in hardware and they feel it very convenient and cheap to buy from China.